3, 2, 1. Arjun, what's
Bro?
going on?
How you good?
Good to have you. Look, I brought you on here because you've started a business at a pretty young age, and I'm fascinated by it. During school, I was fascinated by your work ethic.
Yeah.
You were someone who was really dedicated to it, and I knew you were going somewhere.
Thanks,
If
bro.
you were a horse, I'd bet on you.
Thanks, bro.
So, essentially, before we get into what your business is, I just want to know how you got started
Yeah.
and what motivated you.
Okay. All right. That's a good question, bro. Thanks for having me, first of all.
Yeah.
It's my first podcast, everyone. So, a little bit nervous, but yeah, let's go. So first, I started this marketing agency, maybe 8 months ago. So about August, October last year. And I'll call it a business, but I need to make a distinguish between two things here. Like, it is a business, but I was talking to Nathan, my brother, the other day, and he was saying, we were just discussing it. Like, it's cool to call it a business and stuff like that, but at the moment we're in the stage of like growth, and the business is relying on us. So if we go, the business goes to, Can I swear in this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, the business goes to shit pretty much.
Yeah.
So at the moment we call ourselves the glorified subcontractors. That's what we are pretty much.
Cool.
Like, we still, the business is still relying on our time to make money, sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is like how it got, that's, first I just wanted to say that. So like, it is a business, but we're still getting to a stage where you make a business. Like, have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad before?
I haven't. I've heard of it.
So
There's 4 stages.
4 quadrants. So
Yeah.
like that, if you imagine like this, up here is employees, self-employed, business, investor. This side's all passive income. They do 20% of the work, make 80% of the money.
Yeah.
This side is 80% of the work, 20% of the money. So we're in the self-employed at the moment, and employee, because we still work full-time. So we're in these ones, right? We're trying to shift over to the business one, where you start hiring people and they do the work for you, and then you can sort of get yourself out the business. But how I got started, to answer your first question, is I was I think August. I was just online researching different ways to make money online and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I saw like lots of videos on marketing, like marketing agencies.
August last year.
Yeah.
You started researching.
Yeah.
Okay.
Researching a week, and then it started after a week, bro.
Gotcha.
So lots of just research, bro. And then I would say the hardest part about starting the business was actually going out and getting clients, bro. Because I talked to Nathan, learning sales, talking to people is probably the most important skill you can have. Like, that's the one thing I underestimated. I thought, I can just do a bunch of cold emails and, I'll just get business. Nah, bro. The first client I got, Nathan, me, and Steiner, we were house hunting. We weren't house hunting. We were just trying to prospect real estate agents, bro. We rocked up to an open home, and we went up to the real estate agent, asking him questions, acting like we're gonna buy our house, sort of thing. And we were sort of trying to, pitch our businesses to him. And then that's where sales plays off, bro. You just got to put yourself out there. And we started working with this real estate agent. Like, he said, "Oh yeah, come to our house." And we started talking with him. Nathan's already had video experience. This is my first real estate client. Yeah. So boom, chop it up. And then it sort of just grew from there. So then once you get your first client, you sort of realize, it's not that hard. Like, if they say no, the worst thing they can do is say no, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then you get more experience, and it just sort of grew from there. Now I'm doing a couple other clients and that sort of thing. And where Nathan, my brother, his business is Dreamin' a lot.
Yeah.
His nickname is Dream. You probably have him on soon. Me and him do everything together, and then my other brother, which is my friend Steiner, he's pretty much our brother.
Yeah.
Us 3 do everything together. So Nathan does the videography and editing. I'll save his parts for when he comes on. And Steiner, he does FPV pilot. So what he does is, you see like the drones are getting real big now, but have you seen the ones with the goggles on their head?
The Apple Vision Pros, is that what you're saying?
No. So it's like the goggles look similar. So he has
so instead of a remote, you've got goggles. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so he has goggles on, which is the drone cameras.
Gotcha.
So he sits there and he has a joystick.
Sure, yeah.
And the joystick is not controlled like with buttons. It's moved. It's like a Wii remote. Like, you go forward. So it's it's very fast, these drones.
Yeah.
So he's doing that. So he just started that. So that's where he sort of fits into it. And then we're just trying to grow like at the moment, bro, in the growth stage. So we're just grinding, Like, we're moving in with each other soon. So, we're going to just be It'd be like good environment, you know, we'll just be bang, 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 bang. But I'm keen, bro. But that's how I pretty much got started. I was just online researching, saw something, I looked at it, said, all right, this is pretty easy to do. It's not hard to do, bro. The hardest part is, like I said, do sales. You just have to get clients, bro. And once you get clients, you sort of just practice and get better and get better and get better. And then when you meet with someone else, you sort of have more experience now and bang, 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 bang. And then you look back. It's only been 8 months, bro. And it's like, you know, I learned lots already so far, bro. It's going real good. But yeah, bro, I reckon like advice, just get started, bro.
Yeah.
Like
start before you're ready.
Bro, think about this. You just get started, bro. Like even if you're not ready, you get started, right? And then you'll realize what you actually needed to get prepared to get started if you fail. So if you get started now, you fail, you realize, all right, I failed because I didn't have this. Then you're like, all right, next time I restart, now I'll restart properly with this. Because there's no other way to learn it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
so that way you don't even have to be scared of failure.
No,
it's not even failure. Embrace it.
It's not even failure. It is failure. It's not really failure. Failure, I see failure as like quitting, bro. But quitting is like, failure is a part of becoming successful, bro. You know what I mean? Like everything, like any growth in life, whether that be going to the gym, tearing your muscles when you're doing reps, you go to failure. Oh fuck, your muscles are sore now. Then your freaking muscles get bigger, bro. Same thing in business, bro. You go do 100 cold calls. I recorded myself. I have all footage. I used to record myself just for vlog the journey. I'll just call. And you would just see me in the video. I'm just getting rejected. And then you start learning, all right, maybe my tone of my voice is too friendly. I'm going to keep it like, you know, keep it down. So, hey, how are you? I'll change my voice. Like different things, bro. And you learn from failure that the more failures you get, the more experience you get. And then you don't, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if that makes sense though, bro, but like failure is a good thing in my eyes, bro.
Yeah.
It helps you learn what you need to improve on, pretty much, bro.
Yeah. Like
if you're winning all the time, bro, you don't really learn much. You just know that what you're doing is right, but you could be doing it even better if you failed and then you learned what do I need to do different. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like in school, you do your assignment, you hand it in. Fuck. Oh, I got a C. I thought it was gonna be a B plus, or I thought it was gonna be A. The teacher says, "Oh, you just need to do this." All right, next time you do those things, you get a B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even you and me in school, bro, all night, we used to pull all night, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like next time we were like, oh fuck, we're not doing that again. So like you learn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that answers the question, but
it does. No. Because
I'm a bit all over the place as well, bro.
Yeah, well, dude, that's fascinating. That I honestly envisioned before this conversation that you would have spent a year or two researching, and like, look. Truth be told, I want to get into something like owning my own company, owning my own business. Yeah. And my vision was I'm going to research on this hardcore for 2 years. Like read every single book I can about sales, about real estate, about properties, about whatever it is that I want to do and become very knowledgeable and very proficient on the topic before I start. But then I picked up this book the other day called Start Before You're Ready. Yeah. And essentially they said exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, bro.
Just get into it. Bro. Like a lot of people make the mistake when starting a business is reading as much as they can and then not applying that. No. And so they'll just have this accumulation of knowledge. Bro. Yeah. This very interesting statistic is that the smartest people on earth, the ones with the most IQ, usually don't make the most money. Yeah. And the reason behind it is the ones with the highest IQ, they know everything, but they balance the risks and the rewards too much. Yeah. And so they know all the risks and they weigh these so heavily that they just don't ever want to do it whereas the dumber people, they're like, fuck, this looks good. This looks rewarding. Yeah. I may as well jump into it. And they become millionaires in 10, 15 years.
Yeah, bro. Like you just got to start, like, especially like, you're 21 now? I'm 21. Like, we're young. My brother's 20. Like, all young. What we should be focusing on is high risk, low volume. So we should do one thing that's high risk and just do it. If it fails, redo another one. And then when you become older and more successful, then you focus on high volume, low risk. So a bunch of different shit that's low risk. And then that's how, you know, because you have so much more money now, you can just drop it on a bunch of different things. So at the moment, we're all young. We should be focusing on high risk and low volume. But like, realistically, is it really risky what this type of stuff that we're doing? Like, is it really that risky? Like, sometimes we think in our head, oh, it's so risky, you know, starting a business or investing in the house or buying these shares. It's not that risky, bro. It's more risky doing nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because realistically, if you're doing nothing over 10 years, bro, you're just going to be in the same spot over 10 years. And I think that's more risky than putting yourself out there, bro. You learn more things when you put yourself out there, and it's not as risky as you think in your head. Like for example, let's say you want to start another business in landscaping or something like that, right? You go door knocking, landscape, you do it for like 8 months straight and you didn't get nothing, bro. What's the word? What happened? Like, did anything bad happen to you? Did anyone kill you? Did you lose any money? No, you just lost a bit of time, bro, but you're still young. And you probably learned in that 8 months of door knocking and going up to people, how to talk to people and that sort of thing, you know what I mean? And it's not, I think it's, high risk stuff is good while you're young, bro. Like, I think if you want to get lots of people who are like ambitious and stuff, they want to get a different result from everyone, right? So I always say this. So 1 + 1 = 2, right? So the result is 2, what everyone else is doing. If you want to get 3, you need to change the equation. So you need to do something different here to get a different result. So that might mean starting a business now, or not going to uni to focus on this, or investing in properties with your friends, or going to gym in the morning before work so you can get an extra pump. So like you're doing something different to everyone else, then you'll get a different result. That's how I look at it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah. Wow. Fascinating, dude. The high risk stuff, it's true. That's the way I look at it now, is we've essentially got between now and 35 before we even have any prospects of potentially having children, settling down. And a lot of people underestimate or overestimate what the risk is going to be. And like for us, dude, we're so fortunate in that even if we do take a massive risk and we end up bankrupt, we still have our parents that we can rely on, or our friends, or like we've got this community.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the moment, the way I see it is take as much risk as you possibly can and see how it goes.
And not only that, bro, like if you take a bigger risk, that's good, and the consequences, if it goes to shit, you're going to lose all your money. Not only that it's because it's a high risk, it'll also push you even harder so it doesn't happen, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So you're also in control of the risk. The harder you work, obviously the lower the risk will become, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And obviously you don't just pick stupid stuff that, like, you don't just drop all your fucking money into one thing and then you just put it on chance. Try to pick things that you have more control over, you know what I mean? Like if you're starting a business, the whole success of that business is entirely dependent on you. There's no chance involved. That means that the harder you work, the lower the risk, the higher the reward. If you don't work, obviously it's going to be risky because you haven't done any work, you're going to lose money. Of course you are. But if you just work hard, bro, you're pretty much just outworking the risk. If you just outwork the risk, you'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what, like my brother, for example, he wants to go into this videography stuff full time, but he's been grinding, bro. So I tell him, do it, bro. Like you don't even need to hear that. He knows he's going to be grinding. It's not risky, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because he's working so hard that there's no chance that it's going to fail, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, even, like, you're preparing for a boxing fight. If you go to the gym, like, everyone's going, oh, that's risky. That guy is risky, bro. He looks like a gun. Have you seen his biceps? He's got a good slip, got a good 1-2. And you're like, oh, fuck that, bro. I'll work in the gym. I'll get better than him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then there's no risk. But if you just sit and work out 2 days a week and drink beers on the weekend, bro, and eat junk food, and you rock up to the ring with a fucking barrel, bro, you gotta get pumped. Get pumped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not even risk, bro. It's just about work. I don't even see it as risk, bro. Like, the more work you put in, the more higher the chances you're gonna become successful. The less work, less success. You know what I mean, bro?
I hear you. I mean, there's a lot of statistics out there about how many business owners fail and like how many businesses go to shit. But the way I see it is, if you put in enough effort, you're gonna exactly what you say, outweigh that risk, outweigh the failure. Your hard work is gonna topple that 100%.
Yeah, bro. Because risk has different variables that influence the risk. It could be one variable, could be the market might change. One variable could be interest rates. Like say you're in houses. One variable could be people's inflation rises. Yeah. But one variable also could be that you need to work hard so you can get a good money to pay off the loan quickly. But you know what I mean? Which is probably the biggest one, because the other three are only dependent on it there being a loan in place for a property, for example.
Yeah.
So if there's a loan in place and these inflation, interest rates, all this market that is influencing the loan, the only way to get rid of the loan is work hard, get the money and get rid of it. So now if you work hard, get money, pay the loan off, these three are fucked off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is how how I sort of in NAF and I'm starting to sort of think about everything, bro. Which is good why you should have like people like-minded surrounded, by you.
Yeah.
Like we push each other and that sort of thing. So it's going good, bro.
How have they helped you so far? What benefit have people like that have had on your
Bro,
life?
I can give you an example of this weekend, bro. So like first of all, we're all like-minded, and like for example, Steiner never used to go to the gym in the morning, for example. And Nathan and I used to go gym every morning. Go to the fucking gym, bro. Stop being a bitch. Go to the gym, bro. Like
Yeah.
Like let's get it, bro. Let's go.
Yeah.
And now he's going to gym. He rocks up there before us. You know what I mean?
Really?
So it's like a competition sort of thing. And then on the weekend, I give you an example, bro. We were having drinks at our neighbor's house, and like I was like, boys, I want to go to town. I want to go to town. Like, no, don't go to town, bro. I'm not going with you. I didn't go to town because they didn't come. So like it sort of influenced me. Like if they said yes, bro, I would be on the Uber straight to the town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like good to have accountability and stuff as well, because they know my goals. They say if you want to hit these goals, why would you go to town, sort of thing. Like these are just small examples, but I feel like if you're surrounded by the right people, bro, you just everyone's being positive, everyone's lifting up, everyone's improving together, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important to like have good friends and family and influences around you and that sort of thing, bro, because you can't really do it by yourself, bro. Like everyone says, oh, I'm a ghost, I'm a lone wolf, I'm gonna do it by myself. You can, bro, if you're like some special like crazy nut, bro, but it's better just to have a nice community around you, bro, and you sort of grow together. Because like let's say you all successful, bro, it's much better to be successful for a big group of people than just by yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
So that's why I really like have a small circle, bro, and then we just sort of grow together, sort of thing, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, I say bro a lot, eh?
You do. It really makes me feel loved and appreciated. All right, you said that you started within a week after researching.
Yeah.
I want to know what you think about starting on something that gets you to your end goal, whether that be financial, whatever.
Yeah.
And focusing on something that makes you really passionate. Because what I see at the moment, especially within, say, the Australian community or the West in general, right?
Yeah.
Is hyper focusing on something that's going to make them really passionate and fulfilled. And so what they do is they don't know, because how can we at this age? How can we know what's going to make us passionate at the age of 45 or 50? How can we? It's impossible.
It changes as well.
It changes.
Yeah.
And so what they do, in my eyes, is try and figure that out at a young age, go into a degree, and then spend the rest of their lives trying to reap this passion out of themselves, or like even trick themselves into thinking that they're passionate about this.
Yeah.
How much of it is balancing that, like actually doing things that you're passionate about, or just doing things that bring you your financial end goal?
I think I don't look at passion like that. I think about a why, strong why, because passion, at least my passions, they don't make money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I like going to the gym and going on holidays and that sort of thing. So that's my like passions and stuff.
Yeah.
But I try to be motivated by a why. So like, what's my why? Like, am I doing it for family? Am I doing it for this reason, that reason? You know what I mean?
What is your why?
I feel like I just want to look after my family. Like it sounds so generic, bro, but I really just want to look after my family and friends, bro, and just make sure everyone's comfortable and that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't want anyone to be working anymore. I just want to be able to everyone just to be set for life, sort of thing. So that's my why, and passion. You become passionate about the why, if that makes sense. So like, if you're working hard, bro, and obviously, like Nathan's lucky. He's in lucky, but his passion is videos. So, and he can also monetize it. You know what I mean? Yeah. My passion's not marketing, bro. Like, but my why is pretty strong, bro. So obviously I want to pick a vehicle that can get me to there, to there, to there. So I don't know if that makes sense, but
makes sense.
Like you can become passionate about your why, if that makes sense. So if you have a strong why and it's like wakes you up in the morning, you want to grind, you know, you're passionate about the why. You don't have to be passionate about the vehicle you choose to get to your destination, you know what I mean? But you just got to pick a vehicle, bro, and just ride it. And I'm not saying I'm going to be doing marketing for the rest of my life, bro. Like, this might get me to this area. I'll redo another business or do another investment and go there. Just a vehicle to get to the end goal. But yeah, so the question was, like, you were saying, what do you think about passion?
Yeah, well essentially, I hear you on this, and I think you're making perfect sense here. Is if you're doing financial management, say at uni or whatever, commerce or whatever, you're kind of relying on your passion to get you to the place you want to go. And if, say, 5 years down the track, you get the degree, you start in a job, you spend 2 years in the job doing financial advising, you don't like it, you're fucked. You've got no other skills, you've got no other avenue to go down.
Exactly.
You have to completely restart. And so for me, a big thing has been recomputing my mind to say, I want to do this for my family. I have the same why as you. It's why it resonated with me. And I don't care how I get there, as long as I get there.
Exactly.
So I could be doing something I hate, but my motivation for that is so strong that I don't care. Yeah. I do not care at all. And yeah, exactly like you said, 10 years down the track, I don't have to be doing it. Yeah. I could drop it. I could start something else.
Yeah, and not only that, bro. I also think long picture. Like, I want to be in control of my whole life, every variable. So if I get a job, and let's say I don't like the job anymore, I'm dependent to that job to make money. But if I have a business, the more harder I work, the more benefits I get, and the less, obviously. So you're in control of the amount of awards you get, or income, or whatever it is that you get. You know what I mean? So now that you're fully in control of your income and stuff like that, you're getting rewarded for being a good worker. Like, I find I see so many people, bro. They're really good workers, you know, really good workers, but it's almost like they get like punished for it, bro. They get more work, you know what I mean? They don't get a pay rise, they just get more work on their plate. So, like, if you're a business owner, the more you work, the more money you get, pretty much. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're incentivized for working hard, which makes you even work harder and harder and harder and harder. And you're fully in control of your business. Yeah. So, for example, let's say something really bad happens and you lose all your clients. They'll just be laters. You're like, fuck, you have no money now, but you're in control. You can just legit go, start cold calling, door knocking, reaching out, getting more clients again. And then now you're back into you're back up there again. But if you're in a business and then say something happened and they had budget cuts and you got kicked out of work, you're legit not in control of that at all. You know what I mean? They can kick you out whenever you want, sort of thing. And then you have to go find another job, and you know what I mean, work your way up again. Whereas if you're a business owner, you're fully in control, but it also comes with all of the issues, but also all the upsides. So you have to take account of both, sort of thing. Yeah. But like, I'm not saying employees and stuff is bad, bro. Like, everyone has different goals and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? But I want to be in control of sort of how my day looks and that sort of thing, and how my business operates and that sort of thing, bro. Does that make sense? Do
you like that accountability, that hyper responsibility that you have?
Yeah, bro, definitely. Like, because you're accountable for everything. You know what I mean? You're like, think of it like this. How I like to think about it. Everyone thinks accountability is a bad thing. Like, oh fuck, I have so much on my plate. I'm responsible for so much things. I think it's a good thing, bro. Because now, if you think about it, bro, if you're accountable for everything in your life, you're now the most influential and powerful person in your life, because you're in control of everything. You know what I mean? If you're not in control of everything, you're not the most influential or powerful person. You know what I mean? Yep. Your employer is, or the government, or whatever. You right? But if you're fully in control of your whole life, you control of how you make money. You control with that money. You control what food you buy, everything. Right? You control when you work, where you go, where you work from, everything. That means now you're the most influential / powerful person in your life. If that makes sense. Yeah. Because you're in control of everything. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to go and jet off to Bali for the weekend, you say, all right, I'll hold here, go to Bali. You tell your boss that, you're going to say, no, you should have given me freaking 6 weeks notice or 8 weeks notice, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, it's pros and cons, but that also comes with the negatives as well, owning a business. If you go jet off to Bali and no one else is doing the work for 2-3 days, you're not making money for 2-3 days, unless you set up systems and that sort of thing. Yeah. So you have to weigh the pros and cons, right? But if you're an employee and you're working under a business or something like that, You go, oh, I'll put annual leave in for 1 week. Boom, you're still getting paid. You come back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a pros and cons, bro. Like,
Yep.
You got to weigh up what you're looking for and what's sort of your goal, what aligns with your values, and what do you want to achieve out of life, and pick that vehicle. So I picked the vehicle of business and investing. Some people just pick employee and then investing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I see it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I want to be the most influential person in my life. I want to be able to influence everything in my control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if something bad happens to me, it might be their fault, but it's how I react to that. That sort of influences how I act on it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think everything can be in your control if you just choose to look at it like that. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
What's your cultural background? Where are you from?
You know? Are you asking for the podcast?
Yeah.
You know?
I think so. You're
Yes.
Indian.
Yeah, and
And New Zealand.
Thai.
Thai.
Yeah, half Indian, half Thai.
How much do you think that plays a role in your work ethic?
I think it plays lots, bro. Because, like my, especially my dad, bro. When he come to Australia, he's like 20, 21 or something like that. He grinded, bro. He told me all the stories, bro. So now I think like when I'm like working or something like that, and I want to complain to him, I'm like, oh, shut my mouth. I won't say anything to him, bro, because he's done way harder than me, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like if like leading by example as well, like he led by example, grinding. I always see him working like lots and stuff like that. Like that's why like when I'm talking about environment, he primed my brain to be like this. He used to always tell me when I was little, you're gonna be a businessman. You're gonna be like when I was like 6 years old, bro. He kept telling me. He got me into investing. Like I read my first Rich Dad Poor Dad book when I was in year 8 or 9, and then I used to work at McDonald's, and I used to get all my Macca's money and invest it into the share market.
Really?
Yeah, put it in the share market year 9. Obviously, he had to be under his name because I wasn't old enough.
Yeah.
But I would invest all my Macca's money into the thing, and he didn't give me a debit card until I was like in year 11 or 12, but I wouldn't touch my money at all, bro. I would just pay for fuel, that's all. He put some good values into me. And reading that Rich Dad Poor Dad book, bro, that one book, bro, set me up. Like now I've read more books, obviously, but year 8, 9, things changes how you think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I picked classes in school that will help me with business, so like accounting and law. Yeah. Those are the 2 ones I picked, and you know, it helps me lots, bro. Like the way he raised me and my brother and I, sort of developed how we think about different things, and now for the night we hang out, and Steiner, we hang out each other all the time, bro. Like we do everything together, bro. And if we just talk about, bro, is just like investing, business, gym, bro, like just becoming better, you know. So it's good, bro. It's a real positive, environment to be in, so which I like, bro. Yeah. But yeah, bro.
When will you make it? What's your financial end goal? What's your end goal? What will you define as success for you?
I think once everyone like around me is like, they can do whatever they want. Like they can wake up at whatever time. They can travel wherever they want. That's everyone's set. Like when I have kids and all that sort of thing, bro. Because money's not everything, bro. Like obviously it helps a lot, but once everyone is set, like I have kids, my dad, mum, all that, all sorted. My brother's happy, but my friends are happy. All of that, bro. Like that's what I don't really have an end goal. I'm just gonna keep working, obviously, but that would be like sort of what success means to me. When everyone's around me is happy, I'm happy. Yeah. But definitely money helps with that. But that's what I mean. You have to be able to grow. Like becoming a millionaire, for example, is good because you can have $1 million or you're worth $1 million. But it's the person you become when you become a millionaire. You know what I mean? You learn how to work hard. You learn how to communicate good. You learn how to do you become smart by looking at numbers. You learn how business operates. Everything, bro. Everything is like improves. You usually lots of millionaires are pretty fit because they go gym in the morning. Like you develop good habits. So when you're a millionaire, it's not just about the money, but it's the person you become. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you have to put yourself through lots of hard work and stuff to develop to that person to become a millionaire. But if you see all the lottery winners, they get a lottery, they blow it in freaking 6 months and they're back to normal because money just amplifies the person. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So if you give someone who's like just a addict and like just doesn't have good habits and that sort of thing, give them money. After 6 months, they just blow the whole thing. You know what I mean? You give it to someone who's trying to become a business owner and stuff, and give them $1 million, they'll probably turn it to 20, 20 to 80. You know what I mean? So it's just about the person you become as well. That's what I also would see as successful. Like if I can develop and everyone around me is the same mindset and we all develop into good people, bro, and we can give back, do charity and that sort of thing. That's what I would see as a success, bro, because you can become successful money-wise, but that's not really success. You probably, like you see so many celebrities that are so depressed and empty because they have lots of money but no one's around them who actually is their actual real friends, or they feel lonely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like money is one category. Then you want to have friends, family, healthy, bro, time, like everything, bro. You can make lots of money and have no time.
Yeah.
Your time poor still. So I feel like you need to have abundance of time, health, and money to be successful. And then obviously those things all extrapolate into everything else in your life. Like you have lots of friends, you have time to have lots of friends, you have time for your family, you have time to spend with your kids, you have time to travel, you have time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I see it, bro. That's how I see success. It's hard, it's a long answer.
Yeah.
It's not really, I can explain to something in like 2-3 words, but that's how I see success, I think, bro. What about you?
I think so as well. I think I would define personally my success as being a good man. Backed by some financial freedom would be nice as well. But I think I've spoken to some incredible people, and like when you meet someone and you're like, this is a good man, this is a good human.
Yeah.
I think for me, if I could be that, and if I can motivate, the thing I love doing is inspiring people. Like I love getting on the phone to my friend and being like, look, you can do this. This is what my thoughts are at the moment. You should just start. I've got a mate at the moment who wants to start a gym page, like a fitness page.
Yeah,
and he's so frightened to post his first like 5 a.m. morning wake up, because that's when he wakes up.
Yeah.
He goes to gym, and all he has to do is take a photo of the time and post it on his story. And he's so afraid. And I'm like, dude, just do it. And I love inspiring. So, especially with this podcast as well. I mean, one of my things got 400 views on YouTube, and you think that's not very many in the grand scheme of things, right? Mr. Beast gets 150 million views on his videos. But then I turn it into, if I was speaking to 400 people in a conference, or there was an audience of 400, I mean, that would be absolutely unreal. And 100%. 400 people have sat down and listened to me speak for an hour and a half. Yeah. So, there's levels to it, but for me, success is constantly growing. Yeah. And I don't want to have a limit. I don't want to have a stop to that.
Yeah. That's why it gets hard for me to give answers, because pretty much what you said is how I see it. Yeah. Like, you can't really reach. There's no, you know what I mean? I don't see success as a point in time, or it's always improving. If that makes sense. Yeah. As long as you're always growing, you're successful. Yeah. As long as you're always going upwards, not downwards, sort of thing. Yeah. That's how I see success, bro.
Who inspires you, Arjun? Who do you look up to? Whether that be online or within your family, within your community, whatever.
I looked up to my dad, bro, but like, what do you mean by inspire? Like,
are there any creators you watch that have really struck a chord in you?
Nah, bro. I don't know way. My dad inspires me, bro, especially his story and that sort of thing. But just, I don't know. I don't really get inspired I do get inspired by other people, but it's not like it's that one person made me sort of, that's all I think about. It's like different things, but there's like books. I read lots of books. Yeah. Those, I guess you can say, that inspire me. They really educate me, like give me a bit different perspectives and that sort of thing. Like, but I don't have my dad probably is my biggest inspiration, but I don't have an exact person who inspires me, if that makes sense.
I imagine even if they did, that motivation surge would only last for a few days.
Exactly.
And then you'd be back into your mentality anyways.
Exactly, yeah. Like, for example, I'm into boxing, right? So you could say Anthony Joshua inspires me. Like, he looks freaking jacked, bro. I'm like, I want to look like him, bro. So
Yeah.
that's it's not like I want to copy everything he does sort of thing. It's just appreciation. Like you can see someone and you want to be like get to where they at sort of thing. But it's not like some people, they say they have like one person who inspires them. Nathan might have one person. I think he does. I don't know who it is, but you know what I mean? I don't have an exact person who inspires me. I just sort of, just focus on myself sort of thing, and just maybe if I want some motivation, I just go to watch a YouTube video or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like a exact person, if that makes sense.
Because that's what I've realised. I think I've got like an obsessive personality where if I see something, I just get stuck to it.
Yeah.
And it works to my favour and to my disadvantage sometimes, but I can control it, obviously. So when I was younger in year 9, going through puberty, you're influenced by your peers so much.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was hanging around the wrong friends, and I was, naughty, getting up to mischief, whatever.
Heading your assignments in late.
Yeah, exactly. Not even doing them, bro. And then 2 years later, I started hanging out with a different group of people, and these were really good people who did their work, who were on time, who had good manners, everything like that. And I was so influenced by them.
Yeah.
Like I just became obsessed with being like them.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I've come to a stage where I think the best for me is to extract little parts of everyone and incorporate them into me.
Yeah.
So for example, if I watch Peaky Blinders for too long, I'd risk being or trying to be like Tommy Shelby, who's a murderous businessman, like very dangerous guy who has no emotions, doesn't talk to his family very much.
Yeah.
But if I can extract, wow, this guy's very confident and people look up to him a lot, how can I be like that?
Yeah.
And I extract this from Iman Ghazi or Alex Hormozi or little things like that.
Yeah.
I think I can draw inspiration from all of those sources.
That's sort of what I do, bro.
Yeah.
You pick little bits of each thing that you like.
Yeah.
And not only, I know what you're trying to ask me. So if you want to talk like inspiration like that, my brother and Stana, bro. So like my brother pushed, like he'd been doing business way longer than me. He'd been doing the videography for like 18 months now, nearly 2 years.
Really?
He inspired me, bro. I come back from Canada, bro, like last year, and I was just like working, and I see him, he's doing his business, grinding. Fuck, I want to do something like that, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll start a gym page. I started a gym page, bro. It's not really my thing, so I closed that down and did the marketing, bro. And boom, I found something that I like. Not love, I like it because it's like I sort of understand it and it helps businesses and stuff. Yeah. And then Stana, bro, and he inspires me as well, bro. Like we do everything together, bro. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're asking inspiration like that, those two pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
We pretty much everything together, bro. Like my brother and Stana went to India together and left me. He left me here. Like Stana's like our brother, pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
So like those two, I would say, my biggest inspirations, bro. And I think it'll be vice versa if you ask them the same thing, bro. We just talk. Like I was just with them just before. We do everything together. We go gym together, boxing together. We're investing together. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're saying inspiration like that, that's probably my biggest inspirations. Especially my brother, bro. Even though he's like everyone's like, oh, it's just your younger brother. I don't give a fuck. He's my younger brother, but he's killing it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was getting like all these gigs and stuff. I'm like, fuck. I want to. I want to get on my shit as well, so we can sort of grow together, sort of thing. So that's why it's good to have people around you, not only who appreciate your work, because some people, bro, be envious and sort of try to pray on your downfall, sort of thing, and get jealous and that sort of thing. But like you need people around you who are like, fuck, I really like what you're doing, bro. Like it's so good. They ask you questions, then they try do their own thing, and you guys become better together. You get inspired by them. Yeah. If you're talking about inspiration, then I get inspired from my brother. Then. Yeah. He's probably my biggest inspiration if you think about it like that, then yeah. Because he was doing business before me, bro. So I was like, fuck, he's doing business, bro, and I see that he's making money out of it. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, man, he's making money out of like doing the cameras and stuff, like he's taking videos. And I'm like, fuck, I want to make money on the side as well, bro. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll make my own business as well, and then we can collaborate. Now we're sort of collaborating and stuff like that. Yeah. But you know what I mean, bro? Yeah. So if you're talking about inspiration like that, my brother, bro. That's your brother. And then Stana gets inspired by us. Yeah. He just started the FPV drone stuff now. So now he's doing his own thing as well, bro. So we're sort of just, inspiring each other and growing and stuff. So it's good, bro.
Look, I don't think you boys know how many people you probably inspire in Darwin. Oh, no. Even like you boys inspire me. Like seeing what Nathan does, seeing when you started your company. This is a story I want to share with you. Not even when you started your company, actually. You had released an Instagram post, I remember, maybe a month or so ago.
Mm.
And I was sitting in my university apartment doing my work, and like with these like big ambitions and dreams about getting rich and making my own company and being a leader. And I saw this post, and I called my mum straight after I saw your post.
My post or no?
Yeah, your post. And I called my mum, and I was like, Mum, I'm sitting here doing this fucking assignment that I don't really care about, while Arjun's building his own company. Like, what am I doing? Like, I need to take a break from uni right now, and I need to reassess the situation.
Yeah.
And she's like, Addy, just like settle down. Like, you're doing well. I know Arjun's doing well as well, but just like be sure of this, because we know you have these surges in thoughts. Just be sure of this. Come back to me in 3 days. 3 days, the exact same thing. Like, your post just triggered something
bro.
in me.
That's good. I
was like, oh my gosh, like Arjun has a company. We're both the same age, and I'm sitting here blowing my money and doing these assignments I don't want to do. So, anyways,
thanks, bro. That's good to hear, bro.
Yeah,
it's good.
I think a lot of people, especially in Darwin, like, you don't see much entrepreneurship or even leadership in that, because
that's
it's
good to hear,
laid back.
Yeah,
it's a very laid back place.
No, that's good, bro. I didn't know that it was just a post. I think it was just a post on my desk, bro.
Yeah,
the tag of my marketing agency. That's good to hear, bro. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for telling me that, bro. That makes me feel happy.
No, that's
good,
fine,
bro.
Hey, I want to ask you, what do you think about? Well, actually, what's your daily routine at the moment? How many hours are you working?
Oh, everyone says, okay, I'll tell you my routine, and my brother's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And Stana as well. Because we all go to gym in the morning together.
Yeah.
Sometimes we miss it, bro, and we like go in the afternoon, but because sometimes we stay up late working, depending on how urgent the job is. But I'll tell you my basic routine, which we've been doing for like the past 3-4 years.
Sure.
I've been doing it in high school as well. So probably wake up around 4:30 to 5 o'clock, or sometimes 5:30. Depends, bro. The night before, but let's just say 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Go gym, smash a workout real quick. Probably come back home, then get ready for work. Head off to work in the government.
Yeah.
Do work, come back home, and then just probably eat something, bro. Eat something, then to start working. Talk with I have a little brother and sister, so play with them and stuff like that. But once we get our house together, it'll just be straight back home, straight to work.
Yeah.
And then sleep and then repeat, bro. It sounds like and I also do boxing as well. So 2 days a week we go to boxing. Start at 1.5 and go boxing. Yeah. Come back, work. It sounds boring, bro. It is boring, but like you just gotta be consistent, like you know what I mean? And then that's my routine, bro, pretty much. There's nothing special. I try to do the meditation and stuff like that, bro, but I just don't have time for it, bro.
Yeah.
Which means I should be doing it.
Exactly.
They say the people who can't have time to meditate should be doing meditation the most.
Yeah.
So I have some stuff I want to add into it still. Like I've been real big on like ice baths and that saunas and stuff. So my plan is when we get this new house, because we're looking at the moment, we're just chucking offers in. Yeah. And we want to chuck an ice bath in the back and a sauna. So every morning we'll go gym, we'll come back, jump in the ice bath, 10 minutes each. Yeah. Jump out. Apparently that makes you feel like very healthy, amazing. I watched Tony Robbins does it every morning. So he's a big guy I look up to. But like that's pretty much the routine, bro. Yeah. And then we don't even cook anymore, bro. We just buy meal prep from Shredded Chef. I don't have a code, but Shredded Chef. You'll get there. Shout out Shredded Chef. They make all my meals, all my brother's meals. Because we used to do meal prep and stuff, but it's just Shredded Chef, bro. So we're eating healthy. And then that's all, bro. It's pretty boring, but on the weekends, bro, is probably when Nathan does most of his gigs. Mm. So he's starting to transition into more corporate stuff now. So on the weekends, we might go, like, head off to last 2 weekends ago, or last weekend, we did Gin Festival. Yep. And then straight to Discovery. So I helped Nathan with the photos, and Nathan just did the videos. Nathan did the drone. So we rocked up, Nathan chucked the drone on, zoom. And then I did some photos. Nothing all the video, and then we headed off to Discovery after do a Guap event. But yeah, weekends is pretty much that, bro. Just a bunch of different jobs, gym, Like, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And I just have client meetings on the weekends usually or after work. Like for today, for example, my routine was I just woke up, smash the gym, met with the client, and then come to here, probably go home and just do some work and study because I'm doing uni still. So,
What are you doing in uni?
I'm doing Bachelor of Accounting and Diploma of Law. So,
yeah,
I got this semester, which is the exam period now, and then next semester and I'm done.
Great.
Graduate. But yeah, it helps me a lot, bro. Like, I can learn this stuff by myself online as well, but I wouldn't do it otherwise. And I'm also doing it because my parents really want me to finish uni, so I'm just making them happy and doing it as well. But accounting helped me lots in business and stuff as well because it's a language of business, bro. Like, you don't understand numbers and all of this stuff. Then law gives you a bit of perspective of, or maybe I need
analytical perspective.
Yeah, like maybe I need, like your video, bro. I watched your video of that Bintang.
Yeah.
That was freaking hilarious, bro.
Really?
You could tell you're the lawyer because you were looking into the friggin' find. I didn't say that you can't buy another. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
It makes you look into it like that.
Yeah.
Like, we're selling a product. We're like, oh, maybe we need to add this into the contract just so we're covered, or a deposit fee, or Nathan's like, oh, when I do videos, they always ask me to re-edit it. I'm gonna add in a re-editing charge, like shit like that.
Right.
That's not real complex legal stuff, but it makes you think. This should be written down just so it's, it's transparent and they know, everyone knows what's the deliverables and that sort of thing. But, you know what I mean? So, that, bro, but, yeah, what about you? What's your daily routine now, bro?
Yeah, look, I used to do a to-do list.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the best way to go about it, because if you've missed something, you feel like you feel shit. And then you don't really know what to do first, like you kind of do the easiest task first, and then you don't want to do the hard task at the end of the day. So I stopped doing that, and I've just got a calendar now. So every night, the night before, like I'll sit on this desk with my monitor that's usually here, and I'll work for 5-6 hours a day, and then the night before I'll make my new calendar. So it's usually not too rigorous. I've just moved back to Darwin, so I'm trying to find work, but I'm just working retail at the moment. So whenever I have a shift, I'll work around that. But it's usually 7 a.m. wake up, and I love going to the gym in the morning.
Oh, sweet.
So I'll do the gym in the morning and then either work, but if not work, it's amazing what you can do in a day. So I'm just doing hour segments. So 1 hour will be, 7 a.m. wake up, 7:30 gym, 8:30 podcast research for an hour, and then 9 to 9:30 read a book. Yeah. And then it'll be doing something fun, watch Netflix for 30 minutes. Yeah. And then like if you segment those like that, I can get 3 hours of podcast research done within my 12 hours that I get before sleep. Yeah. And I can get 4 hours of business research and an hour of reading a book. Yeah. And it's like...
And you structured it.
Yeah, and you've structured it. And you follow it. Yeah. And when you go to bed, I've got to wake up here, because if I don't, then my whole...
Day's fucked. Yeah.
My whole day's fucked. It's like Jenga.
Yeah. 100%.
If I don't wake up on time... Yeah. It's all gonna fall.
And do you say gym's like your like you have to do it? Is that one of your things that you have to do every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes you feel like you, if you don't do it, you feel like something is wrong, eh?
Yeah. You feel you don't feel as productive, but you also just don't feel clear in your mind. There's a bit of fog. I started doing this thing not long ago, a kilometre of running a day. Meditation for 10 minutes every day, and reading 10 pages of a book a day, because I wasn't really a big reader. I didn't really enjoy reading a book, but just to build the habit, now I'm doing it a lot, but to build the habit, I just did 10 pages a day every day, and a habit is 21 days. So I said, as long as I cross that 21 day threshold, I'm sweet. And the running, meditation and reading has been unbelievable for me. Unbelievable. And you tick off every time you do it, and you build a tally. It's the most rewarding thing, man.
And you feel different if you don't do it, now. Yeah. It's all habits, bro. Like, that's... What's the thing they say? If you do everything in a day, you win the day, then you win the week, then you win the... It's all compounding effect, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I think it's good, bro, if you're doing that, bro. It's good as. Like, what sort of books and stuff do you read?
I'm reading at the moment a book called Start Before You're Ready.
Oh, that's right.
A lot of business books. Like, there's a book there you can see how to build an online business. I read not Rich Dad Poor Dad. Think and Grow Rich.
Oh yeah, Napoleon Hill.
Napoleon Hill.
That's a
Really
freaking-
good book, but I actually found that a lot of the theories that he had, I already had, because they're for people. I think that book is for people that aren't as ambitious as say you and I, and that.
What is the one
that,
key takeaway you got from that book?
It was have a goal.
Yeah.
And repeat that daily goal,
Yeah.
and have that end goal by the set time that you want it.
Yeah.
And so I've that's one thing that I've incorporated. I want this by the time I'm this.
Yeah.
And that way your mind will
That book
it's
is
like
massive,
the law of
bro.
attraction.
Yeah.
It's a good
That's
book.
what it is pretty much, bro.
Yeah.
It just talks about the ether and all your vibrations and energy should be focused on that one thing. That's the one thing I got from it, bro.
Yeah.
That's why the books is really good, bro.
Books is unbelievable.
It's like someone spent their whole life doing all the hard work for you and they put it in a book for 4 to 5 hours to consume and you just get it. It's like a cheat, you know what I mean?
It's the answers right there. Yeah. It's like, yeah, and there's so many of them. That's where every millionaire business owner writes a book.
Yeah.
You just read 10 of them, you've got so much knowledge.
Bro, and then you can just, the one thing that lots of people do, bro, they read the book, but they don't apply it. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I used to read books all the time, bro, but I realized I'm fucking just reading books and not actually doing anything, you know what I mean? So it's better just to read the book and just go and start doing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'll learn yourself, bro. What's that saying? You either learn the hard way or the harder way. You can either learn the hard way, which is going and doing it, or the harder way, which is fucking realizing you should have done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's good, bro. Like, you're reading all the books and stuff. Like, what sort of your goals now, bro? This content and stuff like that.
Yeah, look,
Because I see that you're starting to pump it out more, bro. It's good.
Yeah. I love doing this podcast, to be honest. And my goal is, if I do this for the next 10 years, who knows where I'll be.
Yeah.
And I'm so lucky in the territory that I've got access to so many people, like right at my doorstep. I just have to flick them a call, or someone knows someone who can reach out to them for me. Whereas in a bigger city, it's hard. So I use that to my advantage. But with the content, like, my goal is to honestly just post every day. Do an episode a week, and then post a reel every day and see where it gets me. I mean, the algorithm is unbelievable in and of itself. So as long as I'm consistent, but yeah, I wanna get to, 500k subscribers,
a
a million subscribers. Who wouldn't want that? So that's my goal with this, but also trying to make a business outside of this.
Yeah.
And then turning this into, I don't know, some sort of podcast where people can come and share stories or advice on business or whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah. No, it's good, bro, because it's
unbelievable.
not that much, not that many. My English is so bad, bro. But there's not that many, like, YouTubers and stuff from Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think it's starting to pick up now, bro.
Yeah.
Because Australia's always behind America by, like,
I know.
Years, bro.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Like, I was just talking about English just then. What do you think about AI, bro?
I think it's unbelievable. I think it's going to put a lot of people out of jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary. Like, I used it for uni a lot, and it's not cheating, not like writing the assignments, but all you have to do is say, summarize this Google Scholar article for me, and it'll be like a 40-page article where I'd spend 8 hours reading, and this AI can just summarize it within 20 seconds and give me a good description. The craziest thing actually was there was this confusing line that I didn't know in this article that was like, I could tell it was helpful, but I didn't know what the hell it meant.
Yeah.
I just copied and pasted, put it into AI. What does this mean? ? Gave me this big paragraph of what the line meant.
Yeah.
So you could definitely use this to your advantage. With the AI stuff and the podcast, I mean, there's AIs now that can make you reels. You just chuck it in the link
Clips,
and they make you the clips.
It's like Opus clips.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff is, if you use it to your advantage, it's so easy. I don't know if you're asking me this question in a state of like, are you scared that the world's going to end eventually because of AI?
Yeah, like, lots of people are scared, bro.
Yeah,
what
I think,
are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I try to stay away from that stuff because when I think about that stuff too much, it just consumes me. Like, there was this podcast that I started listening to from this ex-Google
Oh, I saw that actually.
Diary of a CEO.
I saw it, yeah. I didn't click it, I just saw the thumbnail. Is it good?
I stopped listening. That's the thing. It was too intense for me. Because he was like, he said, they all knew, the owners of AI, that if we let this go before we were completely ready and before there were governmental restrictions on it, then it would skyrocket to a point
wasn't
where
Elon Musk involved in it at early stages?
Yeah.
And he said the guy is a fucking nutcase, the owner.
yeah.
And he said he's not going to be able to regulate it and stuff like that.
Well, Elon said that he had a conversation with the guy because I think
And that's Elon saying that, bro.
Yeah.
He's saying that guy's a nutcase. That's Elon, bro. He's freaking crazy as well.
Yeah.
Like he's so smart, bro. So he would know what he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Well, he said they were buddies, and he said
Yeah.
that they had a conversation, and Elon said, "Aren't you worried that it's going to wipe out the human race?"
Yeah.
And the guy said, "I don't care about the human race." And he said,
I saw that. Yeah. He was talking like he was a robot as well, bro.
Yeah. He said, "Who cares?"
Oh.
It's I think it's very scary. I even asked it on Snapchat, even the Snapchat one.
Oh, bro, that's
the stupidest one.
Yeah.
But I asked it. I said, what happens when AI takes over? And it just gave me one answer reply. It would be very bad.
Really?
Yeah, and I said why,
Shit.
and he said it would be very dangerous for humankind.
Yeah.
And then you keep prompting it, but then it like goes back to its old ways. Oh, I don't know. I'm an AI model or whatever.
Yeah. No, I think it's like people are thinking it as very negative, which it could be.
Yeah.
But I also think there's lots of positives that come out of it, bro. Like, I use it for so many different things. Even like, communicating with my grandma, bro, who lives in India and doesn't speak English very well. I can text her now. I can just put into. I use it on Snapchat AI actually. I put in there saying, "Hello, how are you? Miss you," or something like that. And I just say convert to Hindi. It gives me the whole Hindi thing. I just copy and paste that straight to her. So I feel like, you know what I mean.
And then you can copy and paste her response and put it in.
Exactly. So that it breaks down lots of. It also improves people's lives as well, bro. And and I don't think people should be so scared of it as people are like these are people are saying the freaking world will end in 2012. You know what I mean? Like, there's lots of AI is obviously can be dangerous if it's not regulated, but I don't think it's going to get to a stage where it's going to start making freaking killer drones and then pumping them out and then it's going to be killing everyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like humans can be able to control it pretty good, and people will just like to, think very negative about this sort of things. You know what I mean? I don't think it's as bad as everyone's saying. Like, and people are saying like, "Oh, it's going to replace everyone's jobs and that sort of thing." I don't think it will, bro. I just think it will just improve or change people's jobs. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? How you use it and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like for podcast research, I'm sure it helps you.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. I don't think it's gonna. This is what I don't know anything, but this is what I think, bro. I can't see AI just taking over all of a sudden, just like killing everyone, and you know what I mean. I don't feel like. What are your thoughts on like? Do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got no clue. I've actually got no
I
idea.
have no clue either, bro.
Yeah,
but I just don't see it, bro. I can't see
it.
it.
You don't see it?
Nah, no way, bro.
I think there's a element of like creativity that it definitely lacks in terms of replacement of jobs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched Casey Neistat's recent vlog. It was AI made this vlog for me.
Oh, really?
And it was the most boring, bland vlog because he was taking the piss because he said he literally typed into his computer, write a Casey Neistat vlog for me. And it literally planned out exactly what the vlog was going to be. And he followed it by like taking the piss.
Mm-hmm.
And he read what AI told him. Hey guys, my name's Casey. I'm doing a vlog today.
Yeah.
And it was like so bland. And what the point of the vlog was to show people that it's not as creative as a human mind.
Nah.
And if you are worried about it, yes, like it can change some jobs, but still human mind and human brain will always be there.
And I feel like it will replace people's jobs who don't use it. If you use it, people who use AI will replace your job, not people who, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you use AI, then you will replace people's jobs, but I just don't think everyone should be so scared of it, bro. I think it's good, like, to a point. Like, if you start freaking making it do everything, like, But I don't think it will get to that stage, bro, because I feel like we'll have enough regulations and stuff in place and that sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know too much about that like sort of thing. That's why I don't like to make it, my opinions too open, but we're just talking anyway.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got lots of... I have to suss it out sort of thing.
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask you this. What do you think about having a girlfriend during this time? Do you have enough time for one or not? What would you say to someone who's thinking about having a girlfriend but going on this entrepreneurial journey?
It depends, bro.
Because your brother has a girlfriend, right?
Yeah. He has a girlfriend.
Just depends how you can navigate it.
Depends on the person as well. Like, like depends on the person obviously and the girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever sort of thing. It depends on the person, but really like it's all communication at the end of the day. Like you have to say to them like you have to say to them, is that good? Yeah. You have to pretty much say like make it clear that you're working for the future or if you after your big day of work you shouldn't come home and just be like, oh, I'm tired from work. Like, you know, you should try to put effort into it and stuff like that. But I don't have a girlfriend, so I probably don't have time for a girlfriend either, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm just too busy, bro. Like, I don't want to get a girlfriend and never see them. You know what I mean? It's not fair on them. On them sort of thing. But I'm not looking or not looking, if that makes sense. If it happens, it happens. But yeah, that makes sense, bro. Nathan has a girlfriend, so he's doing well. He's with her right now, actually. So he still finds time. Like he will say to me, like I was just leaving the house just then. We just were at a client's meeting. I was like, where are you going to? I'm going to my girlfriend's house. I'm like, oh yeah, when are you coming back? Nighttime. So he just blocks off that time just for her. And he doesn't touch business at all. And then he comes back, does the business. So it's all about priority. Like it's not about you don't have enough time. It's about how much you prioritize it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like he prioritizes that pretty high, and his business.
Yep.
And that might mean he has to spend less time with his friends and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's all about balance, bro. At the moment, I just want to focus on my business and myself, bro. But yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of a hard one to answer, but yeah, depends on the person, bro.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So because you can be a good business owner and a good person in business, but you could be a shit boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can be a good boyfriend and a good business owner. No one said you can't do that. So you just have to be able to learn how to be a good boyfriend or a good girlfriend or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about learning, bro. You can learn to be a good business person. You also can learn to be a good person in a relationship. It's all learning.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks, oh, you're just naturally a good boyfriend. Nah, bro. You gotta learn, like, what do they like? Yeah. You know what I mean? How to communicate.
It's hard, eh?
Yeah. It's lots of different things to learn, bro. And I don't like to talk about this stuff too much because I'm young, bro. I don't want to come across like I know everything. I'm still learning lots, bro. Most of the shit I should have or would have said in this podcast could be wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah. Still learning lots, bro. You know what I mean? So the main thing is I try to follow is if you work hard and you learn, anything in life is going to be success. You can be successful in anything in life. As long as you work hard and you learn, like if you're willing to learn, be a good student, then you can be successful in anything. If I wanted to learn tomorrow how to swim and I worked hard, bro, I reckon I can be a pretty good swimmer. Not the best swimmer, but a good swimmer, you know what I mean? Yeah. Same as you, bro. You learn, you just started doing the podcast stuff, right?
Yeah.
Who taught you that? You taught yourself, right, online by learning on YouTube and stuff, but you're working really hard. So your questions are good, bro. Look how prepared you are. I got an iPad. They don't see this. There's a camera here. There's a camera there. He had a third camera there, but it fell over. He got a little sound system down here. You know what I mean? He's got headphones. So like he's on top of his stuff. Like if you work hard, bro, and you learn, bro, you'll be successful in anything. That's why I reckon that this podcast will blow up soon, bro. Like if you stay consistent, bro, keep working hard, learning. You might like, oh, I want to add a little segment of like a rapid hot fire in my podcast, and you learned another thing, and you learn this, get better at editing, bro. You'll be fine, bro.
Yeah.
That's like if you just work hard and learn, bro, you'll be set. Anything in life, like boxing, investing in houses, you learn, work hard, you'll be able good at that. Anything, bro. I don't think there's any such thing as talent, or there might be talent, but if you just work hard, bro, talent doesn't really matter, bro. You know what I mean?
A lot of people underestimate what they can do in a year and overestimate what they can do in 1 week or 1 day.
Yeah, bro.
I think it's just about giving yourself the time.
Bro, just put stretch goals. That's what I do. That's what Elon Musk does. That's why one thing I learned from him. Stretch goals. So you set a fucking crazy ass goal, right? You might say, I want to make fucking... Elon Musk one was, I want to get to Mars by 2020, or whatever he said, 2022, which is like 2 years.
Yeah.
He failed.
Not only did he say that, he said, we will get to Mars.
Yeah. He failed, but he failed above everyone else's goal.
Yeah.
So NASA said, I want to get there by 2030. But he made the rocket come back. He made all these new inventions because he worked so hard. He failed above everyone else's goal. Yeah. So, for example, if I say to myself, I want to, by the time I'm 25, I want to make, I want to own 30 houses. That's fucking crazy. 30 houses by 25 is only 4 more years, bro. But if I work hard, bro, and actually believe that I want to get 30 houses, I might fail, but I'll own 5 houses maybe. Whereas if I just said I want to own 5 houses by 25, I might get 5 houses, or I might get like 4 houses or 3 houses. But because I believed in the higher goal, I pushed much harder just to get there. I might have failed, but I still failed above, what I would have set the goal at, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Aim
bro?
high.
Yeah, aim high, bro. If you fail, bro, you still failed high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of failing low,
You
and
still
aiming
do
low.
more than you would have done if you didn't.
Exactly,
aim.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I see it, bro. Just set crazy ass goals, bro, and just believe it, and then see if you can achieve it. If you don't achieve it, bro, at least you tried. You learned lots. You probably achieved a lot more than you would have. But yeah, bro, sick, bro. But yeah.
Great. And before we go, Arjun, what's your company? Tell us about it. What do you do?
I do growth agency, so pretty much do digital marketing. I'm starting to get into physical marketing now as well. So if you have any businesses or small business or whatever, any business, bro, hit me up. My brother helps me with it as well. He does the videos and stuff, so he's dreaming a lot. And then Stana does FBV. So yeah, bro, hit me up on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it's
Great.
good talking to you, bro.
Thanks for coming on. And look, I'm sure you'll do successful, bro.
Thanks,
and
bro.
I'm backing you. And
You as well, bro.
Yeah.
Look at this, bro. You should show this more, bro. In the background, you just see my face and stuff, bro. You should see the setup, guys. You got like 2 cameras. You got a little light thing there. He's got a little sound deck here. Lights here for plants and stuff, bro. Laptop. You know what I mean? iPad. You're set, bro.
Thanks, man.
I should have worn a headphones away.
Thanks, dude. Thanks for listening,
bro.
everyone.
No, thank you, guys.